Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Guys on Sports. Week 10 is in the books. We look forward to week 11. What's going on, Mark? What's going on, Rocky? How was your fantasy week?
I only lost one
Go
game.
up and down.
One at a time, boys. One at a time. Rocky, either your camera is amazing or your beard is drawn on with stencil.
Yeah, I'm playing around with effects for the
Okay,
audience.
got it. Yes. All right, Mark. So how'd it go? How'd the fantasy week go for you?
Yeah, I shot out there because I saw Rocky had a mouthful, so I figured probably wasn't talking, but I underestimated his ability to talk with a full mouth. It's pretty impressive. My fantasy week was up and down. I actually just went through all my teams right before we got on here. Looks like I'll make the playoffs in probably 70% of my leagues. I'm hoping so. Payoff should be pretty good. I don't have much else after that.
Rocky, you done with your fig Newtons?
I'm actually eating Pop Tarts.
Healthy.
Pop Tarts.
Yeah, I won every game except for one. And I've made some pretty smart trades for the future, and I'm starting to win. So I might I might have set up next year, and I still might make the playoffs. Who knows?
That's nice. I did lose in your league. Um, Sam Darnold, 7 points. Alvin Kamara drops a easy, 16-point play there. I lost by 6 points.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. But we press on. I'm still in the playoff spot there, so sometimes you gotta roll with the punches. But I don't want to waste too much more time. A lot of stuff happened to week 10. I think we're starting to really see what guys' roles are, who we're counting on going into our fantasy playoffs. And I think the next few weeks are going to be interesting. But midway through the season, we're going to step away from our wiretap segment and we're going to bring back an old favorite, our midseason smash or pass. All right, guys. So smash or pass. It's been a while, just in case you guys forgot how it goes. I'm going to throw a statement or topic out there, and we're going to smash or pass it. Uh, I say feel free to kind of talk a little bit about these if you want. We can push a little time off on the later segments in the show because I think some of this stuff is interesting. Um, just to keep some order, we'll go to Rocky first, and then we'll go to Mark, and then I will smash or pass at the end. So I think kind of like we do in person, smash, pass, run right through, and then we talk, right? So we're going to be going kind of by the division, not officially, but that's kind of how I thought out the questions, and you'll kind of get it when we get there. All right, here we go. First one
Sounds
is
good.
Jaden Daniels, smash or pass?
Oh, I'm gonna smash. I think he's been a
Just
little bit hurt, and
just
so
smash, just smash
oh,
or pass, and then we talk.
I want to talk now. Damn it!
No,
This is an easy pass.
you're passing. Okay, I think I am hesitantly smashing. All right, Rocky, go ahead.
Yeah, I think he's been hurt. I think he probably could use another game on the bench, maybe healing up. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing. But I fully expect him to be back to normal. And the normal that we saw for the first part of the season was pretty damn good.
Mark?
Look, don't get me wrong. He's an athletic quarterback, but we all know that he's operating in a very remedial offense right now. If his first look isn't there, he's pulling it down and he's running. He's getting by on his legs. I think when you see them get into situations coming playoff time where he really needs to own and operate this offense and go on long sustained drives and not rely on some bullshit Hail Mary to beat Chicago, you're going to see this. You're going to see him come back down to earth real quick, just like he did last week.
Okay, Mark, and can we please refrain from the profanity? Thank you, sir. The reason I said I was hesitantly smashing is because what I've seen from him, and it hasn't been a bunch, but what I've seen, he does seem to have the capability to kind of uh, stand in the pocket when he has to and make throws, even though he has a propensity to scramble and break the pocket. Um, I do think, like I said in Single Digit Saloon, he was going to get tested this week. He had some big boy football, and yeah, he didn't look great. Who did that? Why did you do that, Rocky?
We're playing around here.
Rocky, why would you do that, Rocky?
We're playing around here, man.
All right. Yeah, all right. So next one. Eagles can
Where'd I
win
go?
the NFC.
That this may be on me to change.
It is. You did it. You sure did.
Hey, it's a holiday edition. Come on.
If we can't see Mark,
Yeah, you can. Mark's up there. Hang on, I'll see if I can
it's
change it to Mark.
all right, here we go. Eagles can win the NFC.
The NFC or the NFC East?
No, the NFC. I know how to write a question.
I thought you
Uh,
said East first time.
I'm gonna pass this.
It's an easy pass too.
So you don't think they
When do these
can? All right,
questions get
yeah.
hard, Phil?
Oh, oh my God. Rocky, how am I going to clip any of this, Rocky?
Rocky's making your life miserable right now.
Hey, I'm trying to go back to nothing, but that doesn't seem to be an option, Phil.
Did hit the view
You
button
nailed it. This looks really good, man.
and just go back to speaker. There you go.
There you go. I like the other one. I don't lie.
All right, so I hate to say smash, but I think I'm going to smash. I don't know that they will win it. I think they can win it. I think besides the Detroit Lions, I don't think anybody is really scaring you in the NFC. And I still think the Lions can be had. I mean, they're not Kansas City, so why don't you guys think they can?
You just named it, Detroit. I think there's another team in the North that can probably take them out as well as the 49ers now getting CMC back and getting that offense back in full swing. We all know Philly's due to implode. They can't win the NFC.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, we've seen AJ Brown be good in spurts, but he's also disappeared for games along with their offense. They're relying a whole lot on Saquon, and they're relying a whole lot on Jalen Hurts' running ability. And I just think that as you start playing the better teams know how to take that away more. So I feel like this is more of a pass.
All right, so we'll move on to the next one. The Cardinals are good.
Yeah, I'm going to smash it.
I'm actually going to smash here too.
Yeah, I'm gonna smash as well. I just think that that offense is starting to look like the offense looked before Kyler Murray got hurt, and the defense is flying around quite a bit. Buda Baker
Yeah.
looks like he's in his prime, like the player we thought he was 2, 3 years ago. He looks like that player now. Yeah, they just look like a good team.
Every time I think you can count James Conner out too, James Conner just explodes and shows you that he belongs in this league and he's a very, very, very good running back. Then you have MHJ still learning that offense. You have a complement of a bunch of wide receiver threes that are filling in as the wide receiver too, and it's working. Michael Wilson looks good. They have a very dominant tight end. That offense is humming, man.
Well, and I think that, I'm glad you mentioned Trey McBride. He definitely is, I think, quite possibly the best tight end going forward. But Trey Benson, every time Connor gets a rest, Trey looks really good. And I think they've got a decent chance here.
CJ Stroud was overrated.
I'm going to pass this.
I have to pass for right now with a tentative future smash.
Yeah, I'm going to smash because in no way, shape, or form am I saying he's bad. But I do think we kind of he was crowned pretty quickly after last season where he did struggle. I mean, he did struggle at times last season as well. And if you go back and look at the raw numbers, um, they were okay. But kind of looking at the sophomore slump this year, do I think he can still be good? Yes, of course. But I mean, they were ready to throw him on the NFL promotional posters for the Sunday ticket, and like this guy's a Pro Bowler, All Pro already. So yeah, I think he's a little bit overrated.
I think you can throw him on those posters. I think he's working in an offense right now that has a lot of injuries. They're still trying to figure it out. And to be honest, Bill, he is a sophomore. They have a better running back this year, and so they're able to rely a little bit more on their running game. I don't think there's a problem with CJ. I think when they need him, he can throw the ball. I think we've got more game film on him, so defenses can play him a little bit more honest. But I do think the biggest issue is the wide receiver core has just been in a constant state of chaos.
That's fair,
I think
but I
Ohio
would.
State
All right, go ahead.
I think Ohio State needs him on the promotional posters just so they can finally tout that they have a capable quarterback in the NFL. But the tentative smash is that I think as all Ohio State quarterbacks go, he is going to come completely back down to earth by next season.
I mean, you guys root for Rutgers. I don't know what you're talking about. You got nothing to say, man.
Montclair State, that's who I root for.
That's fair.
Yeah, well, all joking aside, I'm not trying to rag on Ohio State quarterbacks. I'll just say, like I said before, um, yeah, I think he's good. I think we prematurely had him in like a top five, top six conversation last season and coming into this season. And he had his full complement of wide receivers plus tight end to start the season with that good running back, and he struggled out of the gate. Um, but I'll move on to the next one. Um, are the Chargers the biggest threat to the Kansas City Chiefs going forward?
Hmm. I'm going to pass.
I'm assuming that you just mean the AFC West, and I'm going to smash.
I mean, well, if I meant the AFC West, I probably would have said it. And if it was just the West, it would be, yeah, it's pretty easy.
Yep.
But if they're in their own division and they're a problem, I assume they'd be a problem in the conference, no?
Well,
Well, not the biggest threat because I mean you got Buffalo, you got Baltimore, you got teams that are definitely obviously bigger threats.
when
Well,
you
I
got
would,
Pittsburgh looking better every week too.
I would smash, and the reason I'm going to smash is you just named two teams, the Bills and the Ravens, who have been contenders the last 3 years and can't seem to knock the Chiefs off. So, I mean, okay, they're good. But I think the Chargers, with the coach they have, with the way they look right now, with a lack of talent across the board on the offensive side, and I think you give them another season, I think they're going to be a real issue for Kansas City because I think Harbaugh knows how to play a style of ball that's going to be tough for them to beat.
I took your question more to mean this year,
No,
and
no, I said going forward.
Well, I took it going forward this season as far as ending this season. I think the Chargers are good. I think you're right, although I think that they have a little bit more talent than we think. What I'm concerned about is I'm seeing JK starting to run down. He was, coming off a major injury. Now Gus has looked pretty good in spots, and they got other running backs there too. But if you're saying going forward, yeah, I think that they're an evolving team. I think they have to get one more offensive lineman and maybe another receiver. Although I think Quitten, when he's been healthy, has looked pretty serviceable.
Look, they got their guys, right? They got Harbaugh. Obviously, he just makes that team a legitimate contender with whatever talent he's got on the field. And, you know, to all the people that questioned Justin Herbert prior to the season, I mean, for what he's doing with what he has is just ridiculous. So if they have money to spend in the offseason, they're going to bring a couple of playmakers in. They're going to play Harbaugh style ball. That defense is going to be pretty solid. Right now, I think Asante Samuel is out for the season, so they've had a couple of pretty significant crappy injuries here. Going forward, it's going to be a solid club, but I mean, as we know, he's got a brother in the league that has a pretty damn good team up in Baltimore. So I don't think the Chargers are the biggest threat to the Chiefs, but I do think that they are going to be a perennial threat for any playoff teams facing them going forward.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. We have just a few more. We'll get through them quick. Um, Steelers win the NFC AFC North.
I'm going to pass on this. At the end of the day, they look really good in the last couple of weeks. I thought Tomlinson had a great move in deciding to bench a quarterback that was winning for them to go to a quarterback that he thought was better. And I do think Russell Wilson has looked pretty good. He likes to throw the ball deep, and it's working really good, especially with George Pickens. But at the end of the day, I still think they have some serious weaknesses on their offensive line. I think they don't have a great second receiver unless Mike Williams wasn't just an aberration last week. Um, and like Mark said, I think until if they beat the Ravens this week, all right, all bets are off. But right now, I got to pass it.
Smash! They're definitely going to win that division. They look good. Tomlin is a genius. I've been saying it for the longest time. He was so underrated early in his career as a mastermind. You are seeing it at work. This guy, I mean, he's got two what we consider to be subpar quarterbacks coming into the season. And look what he's done, man. Fields is playing good ball. He sits them, and now they're playing even better ball. Wilson, easy smash.
Yeah, I called this last week when we predicted our wild cards. I got the Steelers winning. I smashed this. I think that Mike Williams is a big piece for them if he could stay healthy. That's the big caveat with him throughout his career. Um, Things didn't work out in New York. I think that has more to do with the Jets than him. And their defense is serious. I think we're going to see that this week. And the Ravens worry me because the Ravens, as good as they look, they opened the season 0-2, and they've dropped games to the likes of the Raiders and the Browns. Is that right?
Is that an NFL team?
I think so. So I'm just saying they've been caught with their pants down a few times this season. Um, and it worries me that they could slip up down the stretch here again. The Steelers look like they're focused. They look like they're a team that is ready to win right now. And Coach Tomlinson, formerly the running back of the Chargers, as Rocky said, he looks like he's got these guys ready to go. So I'm smashing.
And newsflash, Baltimore is 32nd against the pass. So that is going to
Yes.
be a fun game to watch this weekend.
Well,
Yep.
they
Russ gonna
are.
cook.
They are, but they're getting healthy. I mean, they're getting some of those cornerbacks back and some of their ends back. Um, the thing about the Ravens is they're winning with the 32nd ranked defense as they get healthy, as they return to form. I do like Warren coming back and looking like he's, um, pretty solid though.
All right, really quick. I got 5 questions. We're gonna do two. I'm gonna tell you the divisions. I'm gonna tell you the divisions. You guys choose which one you want. So I got a NFC North. I got a NFC West. I got a AFC West. I got an AFC North.
I'll go North, AFC.
AFC North. And what about you, Mark?
NFC North, easy.
All right. So we'll go NFC North first. The Vikings can make a run. And when I say run, I mean make it out of the first round of the playoffs. Rocky, you're supposed to go first.
Okay, so we're both answering it.
Yeah. I was just letting you guys pick. Sorry.
Um, yeah, I think Minnesota, top to bottom, still has the best shot there. Um, or a good shot. Man, that's tough though. Yeah, I don't like my answer, Mark. I'm gonna be
Pass,
interested to hear you.
pass, easy pass.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning toward there too, I think.
So if the Vikings they're gonna play on the road week one, that means they're gonna play what, like Washington or Philly and whoever that other team is, which I'm assuming it might be the Packers. Uh yeah, I'm gonna pass on this too. All
That's if
right,
they even
so
make the play.
they'll make the playoffs. AFC North. Okay, this is perfect. Lamar Jackson gets to the Super Bowl.
Jeez, I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass on this.
Hmm. Oh man, this is so tough. But you know what? I'm a smash.
Yeah, I think I have to pass.
Well, I'm taking it literally as if you're saying this year.
I
If
am
you're
saying this
saying,
year.
yeah, I just don't KC, no matter what, they got the refs on their side, but they win, man. They win.
It's true, but that's just it, man. It's been terrible calls. I'm hoping that we see a change in the way these games are refereed. And by no means should they be undefeated. That game last week, they should have lost that game. That was a fluke. I think it may have even been offsides on that block field goal. But of course, you're not going to get that call against the Chiefs, especially on the last play of the game. Uh, their tackles routinely false start and don't get flagged. It's overprotection of Mahomes. I think if this refereeing gets sorted out, I think that Kansas City is definitely subjected to losing to the bigger teams. You're on mute, Phil.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Phil.
I'm off mute. Sorry about that. I had somebody walk in. Okay, yeah. So smash or pass in the books. That was great. Nice trip down memory lane. It felt good. But let's get into fantasy prime time. All right, guys, week 11 fantasy prime time. We're highlighting 3 games. We're gonna draft from those 3 games. Any offensive position besides quarterback. We will draft 2 players each, and we will move on. So this week we're highlighting first Kansas City at Bills, probably the game of the week at 425. For this first round, let's go with Mark first, then Rocky, then me. So Mark, it's your
I,
pick.
I'm going Travis Kelsey. That's an easy one to come out of the gates with.
Rocky.
Yeah, no comment about that. I agree. Kelsey's kind of coming back into form. Um, man, there's not a running back for KC that I feel comfortable with. I mean, Cream, I know he's looked good, but they are taking Pacheco. So at some point in the next couple games, you know what? I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go James Cook here. I'm gonna go James Cook.
Study long, study wrong.
All right, James Cook off the board. That's where I was hoping to go. I was hoping you would fumble that. Um, there's a few pass catchers I'm thinking about here, but I'll be
Oh, I got a
darned if
real doozer for you guys in single digit saloon.
that's good. Hey, my single did Brees Hall? Well, we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. All right. I'm going back with D Hop. I expect him to have a big part in this game. I think there'll be some fireworks. Give me some D Hop.
Smart move there. Very smart move. You left me the running back to take in this game. I'm going Kareem Hunt. K Hunt.
Man, oh man. This is tough without quarterbacks. I got to be honest. I don't necessarily love any wide receiver, but I'm going to go ahead and take a shot on an old friend here.
Mhm.
Guy that got traded, guy that has not really had a breakout game yet. But I'm going to go Amari Cooper, and I'm gonna look for a little bit of a rebound. He's going to prove that it was worth the trade.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I think Cooper coming off the wrist injury, if he does suit up, I don't know what his status is right now, but if he
I
does
was
suit up,
trying to look as we were talking, but it looks like he's still questionable. But um,
hey, you're rolling the dice. I like it. Um, all right. So, I mean, there is another pass catcher that I could go with in Buffalo, and
A lot of
I
meat on the
think,
bone there. A lot of meat on the bone.
yeah, there is. There's a couple guys, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Khalil Shakir here. I
There
like
it is.
Coleman, but give me Shakir.
Coleman looks like he's going to be out again, too.
yeah, I was going to say that's why Coleman was one I was going to go with, but he I think is going to be out. Cooper is limited in practice, but he is going through it, so looks like he will
Yeah,
start.
perfect. Yeah, we'll move on to the next game, but I think we do have to. I think it's fair to highlight Ray Davis, who also might have decent amount of touches in this game and is showing something here in the middle part of the season. Okay, on to another juggernaut game here. We have the game we were just talking about, the Ravens at the Steelers. This time we'll let Rocky get the first pick. I will go second and then Mark.
Yeah, I mean I'm not going to think too long here. I'm going to go Derrick Henry. I still think the offense moves through him. Um, I like Henry, and it's to me the easy choice.
Yeah, so I mean, it's hard to fault you with the Henry pick. I think I would have got cute here and not went Henry. Um, I just I like that Steelers defense a lot. Uh, and I don't like the running back on the Steelers side either this week. So, um, where do we go? You know, Mark made some good points earlier about this Ravens pass defense, and I think the obvious slant would be to go to Mr. George Pickens here, but I'm gonna curve a little bit. I'm gonna go Mike Williams. I'm looking for Pickens to get a lot of attention, and I'm hoping Mike Williams could reap the benefits of that.
Yeah, that's why I didn't go
Well,
Pickens. And Williams looked like he did really well as the number two receiver.
Pickens wants all the smoke, and this is a primetime divisional game. Give me George Pickens. Give me George Pickens in a huge game. I probably don't even need to take my second pick. I can't believe I got him at 3. George Pickens is about to go off on this Ravens secondary.
All right, Rock.
Uh, I'm going to take, I don't love this pick, but
Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna take it.
Don't take them. Don't take them then.
I'm gonna
You
take it
hate
on.
them. Don't take them.
I'm gonna
Hey,
take it
Mark,
on the.
shut up.
Yeah, yeah. If Mark will shut up, I'm gonna take Mark Andrews here. I think he genuinely cooks against the Steelers. Their defense is pretty amazing, but they're a little bit soft in the middle. They actually have pretty good cover corners, great line, but Mark Andrews knows how to play him. They play twice a year. I'm gonna go Andrews here.
It's not a bad pick. I might have went there, but since you went there, I'm gonna have to go with another pass catcher on that offense. I'm going Zay Flowers.
Yeah, I thought about that one too.
Yeah, that's where I thought you were going, and you hate flowers, so I was trying to get you not to take them, hoping that Phil would get cute again and leave some more meat on the bone for me. But you know what? Let's wrap it up. Let's take all these Ravens pass catchers. Give me Rashad Bateman, who looks like a monster right now. We all thought he was going to drop the three with Deontay Johnson in town. Deontay Johnson's had like 3 targets over the last 2 weeks. Give me Rashad Bateman, who just keeps eating.
Yeah, so
Bless you.
I
Thanks.
do think the running games will be stifled a little bit this game, so I'm really looking towards the quarterbacks if you're playing your dailies and the pass catchers for sure. Jalen Warren is a guy I really like this week. All right, on to our next game. We got the Seahawks at 49ers. I will take first pick here. Who hasn't gone last yet?
I don't think I've gone last.
Rocky.
Yeah, so Mark, you go second.
Yeah.
Rocky, you go last. All right, so we got Seahawks, we got 49ers. Which way do we go? I don't know. It's a tough one. Um,
Yeah, real
I'm
tough.
gonna have to go CMC here. Big Daddy CMC.
I'll follow right up. I'm taking the other ball carrier on the other side of the field. Flip it over. Give me K9.
Okay, yeah, that leaves me the guy that I wanted to kind of go with anyways. I mean, I think CMC is the obvious first choice, but I'm going to take George Kittle. He has been on a tear. He has looked like the tight end from several years ago. So I'm going to go Kittle.
Yeah, I was hoping I could get Kittle here in the second round. Does anybody have the status? I can't pull it up right now of one DK Metcalf.
Yeah, I'm looking right
Still
now.
questionable.
Yeah.
Still questionable. Okay.
He's still listed as questionable, but I think he practiced today.
Okay. That's good to hear. You know what? I'm gonna curve again. Give me Jackson Smith and Jigba here.
I like this.
That's not a curve at all.
I mean, it's a
That's
leading,
not a curve at all. Dude had 7 catches for buck 30 and 2 tutties his last game.
he's a
Look at that.
leading receiver on the team. Part of that is because DK missed a couple games, but yeah, no, he's something else.
He's hot.
He is. He is definitely scorching. Give me. Oh man, DK versus Debo, same dude in different colors. Who
Mm.
do I think? Who do I think? Who do I think? Give me Debo. Give me Debo. Resurgence this week. Look for Debo to score.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up the game here just to make sure that my guy, I'm going to do a little bit of a departure. I think DK is the obvious choice here if he's healthy, but I question how healthy he is. And so I'm going to take a shot on a receiver that one receiver got paid a whole bunch. He got injured, and the guy that looks like him is Jennings. So I'm going to take a
Take
shot.
Bobo.
And I can tell you this too, like if you're in a dynasty league and you're able to trade for Jennings, or even if you're in a regular league, I think Jennings is going to finish the season off pretty strong. To be honest, I think he has looked better than Brandon Ayuk this year.
That's fair. I can't disagree.
Especially since Brandon Ayuk has only played 2 games.
Yeah, it's a big
Well, but
part.
yeah.
All right. Well, guys, that's fantasy prime time. If you want to get some more of our starts and sits or fades, go to our TikTok at GON podcast, and you'll get some of those there. We'll all be posting our very own. So from Fantasy Prime Time, we're gonna move on to Single Digit Saloon. Okay, guys, so week 11, Single Digit Saloon. We will recap again because we've had two strong weeks back to back on Single Digit Saloon. Mark, I'm not sure. Do you know what Brees Hall's? That was your single digit, right?
Don't recall.
Okay, so that's good. Strong move. I'm pretty sure it was,
Strong.
and they scored 6 points. So I'm not. I know he didn't score a touchdown. You might want to check that out.
He did not.
Yeah. But again,
Let's go
Jaden
with
Daniels.
that. I said Brees Hall.
You said Brees Hall. Jaden Daniels is who I said. Jaden Daniels scored a total of 8 fantasy points against that Pittsburgh Steelers defense. If you knew the track record with Tomlin versus rookie quarterbacks, it's something you could have it kind of felt like easy money, even though Jaden Daniels has been on a tear. But those front seven really lived up to the billing. All right, so this week we're gonna pick out a stud, and we're gonna say, hey, this guy, he's scoring single digits this week. Um, who wants to go first? Mark, Rocky, not all at once.
I'll go
Sure.
first.
I don't mind going first. I got a real doozer for you. You guys are idiots for fighting over James Cook. You want to know why? Because James Cook is going to be drinking alone in the single digit saloon. He's going up against that Kansas City defense who ranks newsflash first overall against the run. Come on now. How are you going to take James Cook? How are you going to fight over him in the first round of that mini draft going up against that defense? James Cook will be lucky if he scores 6 points total in this game.
Well, I would say Bucky Irvin looked pretty good against that vaunted defense, with nobody on the outside for them to worry about. But hey, you're probably right.
Yeah. Well,
Leo Chanel.
and I think that when Bucky didn't look good, Rashad didn't look bad either. So, like, I don't know. I think Cook's going to be just fine.
All right, go
All
ahead,
right,
Rock.
I'll go next. This is maybe he's a stud to me. Let me put it that way. Fantasy production this year, he's had games at 22, 25, 24, 16, 14, and
Hey,
14.
your hand is in front of your face.
Hey, probably better. That's probably better. This guy has performed uh, in every game except for two, and even in those games, he wasn't terrible. And that is Josh Downs. Unfortunately, they're going back to AR, and AR and Josh just, for whatever reason, haven't synced up. Um, he doesn't look anywhere near as good as he looked with Flacco. I think AR is going to look to run. I think he's got some demons he's got to shut off because he took himself out of a game for being tired like an absolute wuss. Anyways, so I'm saying Josh Downs, unfortunately, and I need him in a couple leagues, but I think he's going to be sipping on a single digit here.
Wow, AR-15, big wussy, big time.
Must have. Did he go to the Ohio State University? Is that where he came from?
No, I think he went to Montclair State.
Mm.
All right.
You know what's funny is that whole Josh Downs not connecting with AR thing is probably because the guy can't hit a stop sign 5 yards away. I mean, that's probably a big part of it. All right, but we'll go to that Ravens Steelers game that I talked about earlier, and I'm going with Najee Harris, who has probably had about the best year of his so-so career. He's looked pretty good, but this Ravens defense, although they are not great against the pass, they are number one against the run in the NFL. Um, I think it's going to be pretty tough sledding for Najee Harris, and I do think this is more of a passing game, which is why I do like Warren quite a bit to get mixed in a little bit more and get some of that prime time passing game.
I like that. I like that.
What about you, Mark? You like that?
Yeah. I feel like it's chalk. Anytime you go with Nige, it feels like cheating.
That's not
Even on
fair.
Nige,
Najee's been pretty good, man.
I like going with
yeah, but even when he's double digits, it's usually like 11, 12 points. Just
No,
barely
that's
makes
not
it out
true.
single digits. I think he's the bartender at the single digit saloon, quite honestly.
Is that what you think? I'm gonna pull up his numbers right now since you're running your stupid mouth. That dirty mouth of yours. I'm gonna look it up.
You need
'Cause
to
I
look it up.
think
His fantasy production's like 13, 12. He might have had like a 17 in there. 6, 4,
I feel
now
like
you're
that.
just
12,
now you're just trying to
11.
cover all your bases, it sounds like.
Yeah, I feel like that's wrong.
Yeah, I think you're wrong,
Yeah.
buddy. Let me see.
Am I able to pull it
Najee.
up? I'll still, yeah, I can. Let's
Yeah,
see.
since week 6, 19, 16, 15.
Yeah, it sucks, man. It's the worst.
Now last week he did score 11.
You said since
Week
you said since
6.
week 6. Where's the rest? Where's the rest of it?
Well, if you listen to what I said lately he's looked good. So, if you're counting
I
week
know,
1
and I
then
said
yeah.
he's the bar. I said he lives in the single digit saloon,
Yeah, but
not just
somebody
since
just
week
picked
6.
Travis Kelce. You picked Travis Kelce overall. And if we go back to weeks 1 through 5, he looked like he wasn't playing. So shut up for a little bit, yeah?
I'm trying to. Oh
Mhm.
man, I don't get good reception in the garage. I'm trying to look up Nige.
I mean, he
I
Go
started
ahead, continue.
started the season with 8 and 7, then he popped off for 13. We lost Mark. That's probably the biggest win for the show right there.
Yeah,
If we
we're
had,
about to be done anyway. We got to
oh,
restart it though with him, I guess, or he could rejoin. Oh, there he is.
anyways, I
All right,
think
yeah. So
Oh, there we go.
there you go. So yeah, single digit saloon. That is the show, guys. If you like the show, please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you get notified every time we put up a new episode. You go follow us on all your socials at GON Podcast. And you can listen to us on Spotify, Guys on Network, Guys on Sports, Guys on Draft. Please support the channel, support the show. We need all the help we can get to keep pumping out this content for you guys. We love you. See you next week. Good luck. Peace.
Nige, 8, 8, 13, 10, 9.